Welcome, Performance Measures External Reports. If you recall, at the beginning of the semester we discussed one of the reasons for having performance measures, and that is to increase accountability. By reporting, we also increase transparency, the visibility to the public of what we are doing. Why would we still have an old-fashioned written report that we have to upload when we could simply publish to the web? Well, you can see that some websites are pretty complicated, so it does take a good deal of skill and effort. Uploading a report is much easier, and nonprofits and governments have become familiar with this as they upload their annual reports. Now, some have incorporated measures right into these annual reports, and others have had separate reports. Reports also have another benefit. They tend to be somewhat different than a website reporting. They have much more detail, and I'll go into this in the next couple slides. Well, you already know the drill. Your report ought to have the mission, the vision, and any activities or strategies, what you're doing or will do related to your measures. And really important to me is the definition of the measures. I'm frustrated when I go to some of these sites and I can't figure out how they're measuring. So be sure to define. Take the time to explain. And then you'll also want to explain to your public the balanced scorecard concept, the 4 perspectives. Since your audience is new to the balanced scorecard idea, you'll explain it and the overall idea of 4 perspectives: customer, internal, employee, and financial. Now, your own perspectives may have slightly different names, and that's okay. Now, it's less important to the public, but you'll need this: the source of the data, where did it come from, and the years of the data. Now, you may be on a calendar year or a fiscal year, for example, so you'll want to be consistent over time. Now, also in this report, you'll want to include your benchmarks. Did you actually compare yourself with another community or another organization? And how did you choose those other organizations? It's less important to have information about the benchmarks if you're actually measuring over time. That will become clear when they see the graph. But if you're comparing yourself to others, how did you choose these other agencies or organizations? The same is true of targets. Be sure to give the reason for your choice. So if your target is 5% more than what you're doing now, what's your reasoning behind that? Well, those are the major aspects of a performance report. I'll leave you there now. Thanks for listening.